Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time you see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, and we'll start with tonight's show. So Charles Watts, when they talk about the purported or the alleged disagreements between Andrea Berta and Mikel Arteta. So when you check on Charles Watts' page, you go see when put a new column in talk about David Raya, in talk about Cesco Gyökeres, you can talk about Rodrigo and Martinelli, you can talk about Arteta and Arteta and Andrea Berta. So now when you read the entirety of this particular report, because he was writing an exclusive report for Cut Offside, he's one of the writers for Cut Offside. So when you read this particular report, you can see where he can explain, say, people need to understand one thing. As you see Mikel Arteta sitting there like this now, nobody can force Arteta to sign anybody when he no wants. Because I've seen the suggestion that Mikel Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta have different opinions on who Arsenal's priority targets should be this summer when it comes to the new striker. Now, there's no doubt that Arteta likes Benjamin Sesko. Arsenal's long-founded interest in the RB Leipzig frontman is evidence of that. But while we also know that Berta likes Victor Gyökeres from his time at Atletico Madrid, that's not to say that the pair are having any sort of disagreement over forwards as we head towards the summer transfer window. Arsenal will not sign a striker that Arteta does not want. That line. Arsenal will not sign a striker that Arteta does not want, which means Arteta must give his inputs. And this buttresses my point. So now they talk say, anybody wey Arteta say na him dey find, give am that particular person wey dey find, to avoid stories of next season we buy Gyökeres, we no win the league. Arteta can say, I never wanted him. That's not what I wanted. They forced me to take him. So we need to avoid things like that, because at the end of the day, don't be me and you will like Gyökeres, they go fire. Now Arteta, they go fire. So if you say, now Sesko be my number one, but I give him that Sesko. But finish the report for talk further. So the current talk says, so even if Arteta prefers one over the other, should the other end up being the striker who eventually signs, that will not mean that it has been a decision taken against Arteta's wishes. Now, when you read further down, the current talk says it has to be a collective effort from the two of them. Like, no matter, even if at the end of the day, we don't sign the Sesko, we can't sign the Gyökeres, Arteta will still need to give his green lights for us to get that Gyökeres. So what Charles Watt is saying, if you read the long report, is saying Berta gets your own preference, Arteta gets your own. But at the end of the day, Andrea Berta's position will not supersede Arteta's authority, because there is a difference between the manager and the sporting director. Manager now get everything to do with the players. So now the manager they give aims and objective in the beginning of the season. So the manager will liaise with the sporting director. They must be on the same page, not in disagreement or in disarray. So you need to understand this thing. So I love the fact that Charles Watts has come out to weigh in on this particular matter, because me, I don't talk my own since say anybody ever saying the fight, we could not give, and I hope so now understand the story and I see how they go. Inside this same report, what's going to talk about Joao Garcia? Going to talk say this Joao Garcia will be say Arsenal they fine with the Espanyol. This guy know they come say one can replace David Raya. You get say contrary to what we they think, that he just is not going to be like, because next season that they'll give Raya number one shirts. You get, so the guy had an impressive spell in Spain, so he will not be coming in to replace David Raya. But now there I can't get my own disconnect for which I saw it, but more read finish you get. So he gonna talk say, as it be now, if you know they come to replace him, then what is he coming to do? Because I was thinking it was coming to push Raya, but more just wait, Shana. I thought I get the final say. More just see how it will be. If not to settle for a place as a number two, fine. But when I remember saying number two, they always become number one. Go might become, I don't say always, might become number one day. Now, like I told you, David Raya will be giving the number one shirt, at Arsenal for the 2025-2026 season. So we don't know what it then with this Espanyol guy, Joao Garcia discussed. But when time reach, we will know all the details of the deal. Now, away from that, so we're going to hear say Everton fans will be allowed to drink alcohol in their stand, the Goodison Park, for the first time since 1985. So this is being permitted for the emotional Goodison farewell this weekend. Not say this weekend, Everton will play their final home game at the Goodison Park. After this season, next season they'll be moving into their new stadium. Yes, so they're not going to this place again. Instead, now Everton women now go use Goodison Park as their own home. That's why they permit them to drink alcohol, because alcohol has been banned in matches in England for over 40 years. You get? And the reason is because see some people now when they take alcohol, they don't go feel control themselves. They'll start to practice boxing inside the pitch. You get? So that's why they call banner. But for this time, just give them that thing. Now, Fabrizio Romano let us know say Jonathan David has confirmed that he is set to leave Lille as a free agent. Why are we hearing this story? It is because once upon a time, Arsenal also looked at this Jonathan David, and for the fact that he's going as a free agent, it's not going to be costing much. Many people don't come outside and talk say we even go for him. Because don't forget, we've not really replaced Edin Ketia. And we have not really replaced Gabriel Jesus, although he's still there, but he needs a replacement. In as much as we are calling for a main striker, the main men will come. We be Gyökeres, we be Sesko, but we still need another source of goals. We need another outlet, which is why you need to have, because okay, like many people don't tell my dear statues, you know that Galatasaray have like 4-5 strikers, Inter Milan have 4 strikers, so we need to be like them. No one that they can rotate, so we need to be like them. So more just to watch. That's why we are looking at all these deals. Now, Okwaniye say it practically decided that Albert Sambi Lokonga will not continue to stay at Sevilla beyond this season's long loan. He's going to be returning to Arsenal, where I think he will be sold, because I don't see Sambi Lokonga staying with us next season. We don't outgrow that type of player. Don't be that type of player we need here. So when they sell them, all these small Sheshede clubs, they're gonna need them. So may find square roots, may go there. I don't want to say they want to keep an eye up next season. You know, we don't have any business for that one. All right, let's bring the first message from one of our sponsors, Mr. Anayo, who's a real estate agent. He has 14 plots of land for sale at Nora Scott Luxury Estates, or here at Berlin Rubber Estate at the back of airports in Nabara Eche local government area of River State. For this 14 plot of land, 6 plot dates together, 4 plot dates together, and 3 plot dates together, and 1 plot is standing alone. And it's 1.2 million naira per plot. So if you're interested in this pieces of property, you can reach out to Mr. Anayo on 08032765227 or 08119329922. Like I said, if you're interested in this pieces of property, do give him a call. Now, away from that also, we're going to hear from Sam Dean, who is one of the journalists that work with the Telegraph UK. So he can talk say at least 3 clubs are showing interest in Brighton's forward, Joao Pedro, ahead of a possible summer transfer. Now, those 3 clubs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, are all among the Brazilians' admirers. When you read the entirety of the report, you can see everything in the talk. Arsenal, they clearly interested. Now, some people go ask, why would they find Joao Pedro? It still goes back to the point I make about why we were interested in Jonathan David. You need an extra outlet apart from Gyökeres and Sesko. Those ones will come. But you need somebody else. Look at Manchester City. They have a Lianan. They still have a Marmamouche. Pure fox in the box. I'm not talking about converted. They midfielder where they convert to this one or this one they convert. No, pure number 9. First and second choice. That's what's supposed to be for Arsenal. Not using a Kai Havertz who's a midfielder turned a number 9 to deputize. No. That's what we're talking about. Confirm people will say that is their direction. Now, what they're trained to do. That's what we're looking for. So I'm not surprised that Arsenal were interested in Hugo Ekitike. They are interested in Jonathan David. Now they're showing interest in Joao Pedro. All these things, we are getting close to the market's opening. So don't be surprised when you say we are being linked with numerous players. It is the market season. Now normal level. So no one make anybody complain say Santos that they link us. Now normal level. It's the time. So that's what it will be. At the end of the day, we are adding all these people to our transfer shortlist, and we go pick one. Just like this Sesko Gyökeres now. Nobody say one sign the two. In fact, some people have brought the argument that why can't we even sign the two? Baba, the truth is we can't afford it. That's the truth. We can't afford it. So we'll get one man, get one cover. You get in Jonathan David. Even in Jonathan David, I can tell you for free, that's still better than your converted Kai Havertz. That's still better than your Gabriel Jesus. You get, because there's where they come from. There's a big score goal. You get. If Merino can be doing what he's doing, why can't they do better? So now the way my mind they work, more just to watch. Anyway, this thing they go shola. I did able to let you know. Now, away from that also. So Kai Havertz, this picture on the trend for social media where they welcome him back in training. You know, say the guy been getting injury, he don't come back, so they come the slap on the back, welcome. And normal ritual what they do for the training session. Once a player goes injured and he come back, you see when they do it one day on that time, would also tap himself, welcome him back to the fold. So na normal level, I'm not surprised. Let's proceed. Now, away from that, we're going to say Premier League clubs are now on red alert, because Barcelona are ready to sell 8 players. You know, say Barcelona get problem with the La Liga hierarchy, the President Tebas. So Barcelona now need to sell before they can buy. Now where they dey now. Now, if you read the entirety of this Football London report, although the main person who get the report now the Mirror, so Football London are just reposting the story from the Mirror. So when you look towards the bottom, they say the Mirror is saying that the 8 players who they are talking about, because they mentioned Femin. Okay, master from the beginning. Inaki Pena, Ronald Araujo, Hector Fort, Fermin Lopez, Paul Victor. They mentioned plenty of them. They mentioned a lot of them. So, but I don't think we are really interested in those people. But I know say we get one with the yesterday. Arsenal would like to sign Araujo. We would like to sign Jules Kounde. All those things are here and that time, but more just to watch. Anyhow, with this thing they go, I will let you know. Another player we don't talk say won't leave. We don't tell in club. RB Leipzig. Saying would like to leave. Fabrizio Romano, publisher, says Xavi Simons has decided that he's ready to leave RB Leipzig this summer. This is another player that Arsenal are interested in, because he wants to stay back there. So most see Xavi Simons they leave, Sesko they leave. Now the question becomes, will RB Leipzig allow 2 of their top men to leave in one window? I don't really know. Your guess is as good as mine. So whether they will allow Sesko to leave, Xavi Simons to leave, I don't really know. We will continue to monitor them. Now, it gets something where I don't know whether that they are aware of what they happen for the Portuguese Premier League table. Sporting Lisbon and Benfica are tied on the same point, 79 points. Sporting Lisbon get 59 goals plus 59. Then Benfica gets plus 50. That's the difference, plus 56. Now, they get one match remain for the season to end. If you check Sporting Lisbon table, Sporting Lisbon go play Victoria Guimarães. If they beat Victoria Guimarães, they don't win the league. At the same time, Benfica self get their own final game. If Benfica win this Sporting Braga, then go take the same points. Now the league will be determined on goal difference. As at now, Sporting Lisbon they gap Benfica with +3. So it depends on how many goals you give the opponent at the final day. If maybe Sporting Lisbon win 1-0, Benfica can win 8-0, Benfica go win the league. So it is very, very funny. Like the way I didn't see the way it be. And Sporting Braga, where Benfica won't play, now they go away, and Sporting Braga no be small team, you get. Even the Victoria Guimarães, then they high up on the table there. So we'll just say I go be. Why I want them to win is because it will be like a perfect gift, goodbye gift, where Gyökeres will give Sporting Lisbon, because that was the major reason they didn't want him to leave in January. Because if he leaves, he'll be like around kiss their title winning ambition goodbye. And that was also the reason Ruben Amorim struck an agreement with Sporting Lisbon that I will not come for any of your players, especially Gyökeres, until this season finishes. He helps you win the league. Then I will come for him. But based on saying they never get Champions League, although that's still yet to be decided, or because they can still win the Europa League. Because with the years Tottenham Hotspur now, they don't get injury anyhow. Melis don't get injury. The Jan Kulusevski don't get injury. Another person don't get injury. Kilo day. Because now them are the roots for. And no one made that Manchester United enter Champions League say, because it will affect us in our pursuit of Victor Gyökeres. So it is what it is. We will monitor when they go play the match. I think this date is there on the 17th. Yeah, so in the next 3 days, we go see me. I go shola. I go see how that match go be. Go mad. Go get. Now let's begin message from another of our sponsor, Michael Mega Resources Limited. So they deal on genuine BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Land Rover, Range Rover, Rolls-Royce, Mini Cooper and Jaguar spare parts and car accessories and Castrol lubricants. Whether na wholesale you wan buy from them or retail, they got your back and they deliver nationwide. Now, if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on 08036135075 or 09099433390, and you can reach out to them. Their address suits A3A4 ground floor NB Plaza, Gudu District, Gariki, Abuja, Nigeria. So if you're interested in any of the products, just reach out to them. Now, away from that also, one year say this is an exclusive news from Give Me Sports. One year say Arsenal want to smash their wage barrier. Now, what Arsenal want to be say the new contract with the one table for Saka fronts, with the one table for Saliba fronts, the one raise their salary to £300,000 per week, double deal, £600,000 double deal. Because when you look at our finances, we are earning so much money, we are generating so much revenue. Now you need to feed the goose that lays the golden egg, and I what they want to do now. These two players, because everybody they come, you get one day they're going to say Saka everybody they come, so they need to give them the money, because Saliba said don't talk and say you need to give me something that represents my status at the club. So that's why they want to do this. Because the reason say, don't you think that the influence of Andrea Berta now they show for all these culture changes when they happen for Arsenal? First off, it was giving Trossard a lengthy contract that is yet to be agreed upon. Second, now we are hearing they want to change that wage structure and go up. Guys, something is brewing. I'm seeing Ateta's handwriting all over the wall. But it is something good because we are making money. We are PSR compliant. We are FFP compliant. So I don't really get any reason to say it's a bad move. So let them go on with it. When they give the guy a new contract and it makes sense, right? Let me know your own thoughts for the comment section on what you think about this particular deal. You get, because they say currently Saliba they earn close to like 200,000 per week, which I don't think it don't make any sense to me. So maybe they really give them that hefty pay rise as a Give Me Sports column. Now for the match we won't play on Sunday, Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville they can't disagree on how the match will go. So people like Carragher they talk say this match when they see, in fact, say Newcastle will push Arsenal, but the Gary Neville plan say almost say no agree because I feel quite strongly Arsenal are going to win. I think they will secure second place. That was just 45 minutes at Anfield that will really give them a lift. I think he'll have given them a few days off at the start of the week. They will come back mentally fresher. I think the big thing on Sunday is if Arsenal win, they don't get that second place confirmed, no arguments. People will feel like drag that place again. That means they can relax in the final week of the season. In fact, they can just go on holiday. I think there's enough on this game with the Arsenal fans there. I think Arsenal will win 2-1. So normally we're not surprised. Say people like Carragher. That one get bad belly for us. I go everybody they wish us bad. All right, away from that. Okay, so you remember in the morning what they telling about this Martinelli injury? Say Martinelli limped out of the training session. So Daily Mail also covered the story. So then the talk say yes, truly. Now this evening they have dropped the updates. So this is like an update to my earlier reported updates. So them now the talk say yes, say Martinelli be give Arsenal one kind injury scare, you get. But at the end of the day, after the car and go inside, he stayed there for a while. Later he come outside. Can't finish this training session because they say Martinelli later returned to the pitch and took part in the remainder of the session. So at least that one don't calm our fears, calm our nerves. Say Martinelli they okay, there was nothing really too serious. If there's something serious, then they go bring a mad back to me come continue. If you even be saying the injury, say maybe you get question they want ask inside, they want show and something you get. Maybe they can't carry go inside, but normal now they always fear based on fans who will be. All right, my dear Stanley, let's bring you another message from our final sponsor of the night. Mobile World Associates and Co. Limited, they are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They are also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064664234, and they're located on 7 Ekeni Road or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, or Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. Now, the biggest news of the night. Now, the fact say Charles Watts don't come and talk about Andrea Berta and Mikel Arteta alleged disagreements. At the end of the day, he can't tell us say they don't get any disagreements. Fine, everybody get their own preferences, but you need to understand one thing. Arsenal no go sign player wey Arteta no like. No be me dey talk am. Na Charles Watts dey talk am. There is no way Arsenal they go force Arteta to sign who he no wants. Say anybody wey Andrea Berta point say give me that person. Arteta must give his A-OK. He must give the green light for that move to come to pass. So that's so it will be. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. So I come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. And a good night. I'm not getting out. Alright guys. Ciao.